Right, we should be rolling. I think I got the speaker volume on too loud. Yeah, I'm treating this as a live tech talk, but it'll only be live on a premiere, so to speak, because this is being pre-recorded. But I'm treating it live, so I'm not intending to make any edits. So word to know, it'll all be in. It's just today it's my wife's birthday, so like I promised her I was gonna take her out of the house after work. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going to do tech talk. Actually, I was going to reschedule this. I'm like, well, I did kind of tease last time I was not going to do one this week, but a big event happened just today. So I'm like, I got to do Tech Talk. I want my initial reaction on the record. So this is me getting my first initial reaction on the record, but I have to do this thing pre-recorded. But again, I'm treating it as if it were a live. So here we go. As always, check out my website, www.segovia.com, for the latest in the show. I have had some exclusive podcasts that have gone up. I did port some of those over as an audio, well, audiogram. That's how you say it. Audiogram, so they can be over here. And for those of you that are not familiar, whatever thing I cite with respects to information, I do put notes and citations and everything onto the posts of these things. So it's not just a place where, okay, you can watch a video and just listen to the podcast. No, there's a lot more engagement there. And especially if you go check out my off the record, you get to see every single show I have here. Now, for those of you watching on other platforms, I am considering bringing future episodes of particularly the soundtrack corner, over to other platforms. And it's still in the works, still testing, so keep an eye out. Okay, alrighty, but that's about it. Check out my website there for any of you that are interested. And I'm gonna make tradition on these live streams. This one's not live, but this one, I want to highlight the comment of the week. And the comment of the week comes from this comment that was left on my Divi Homes wants to make renters into homeowners, at least the process easier. This individual, Eugene Brown, saw my video and commented, "Good grief, how much caffeine have you had? You're talking really fast." And a bunch of rolling cry laughing, and then non-rolling cry laughing, and another one. So a lot of different expressions of emojis right there. So on this live episode of Tech Talk, I am going to give you a thumbs up and reply, "Caffeine need not apply." Sticky tongue. Did I misspell caffeine? See, this is the pressure of having to do everything live. It just looks wrong. Oh, I missed another E. Oh, I forgot to say thank you for watching. Check out my other videos. You'll notice caffeine need not apply. How's that? I think that's better. I can always edit it later, but I'm doing this live. So, all right, here we go. And that's that for that. All right, so everything was upended today. I think I might have mentioned this. I had a false start with the stream, but I was talking about how I was not going to do a tech talk this week. I was trying to turn these into like a bi-weekly schedule, but I kind of accustomed myself to do these things on Thursday. And in fact, I look forward to doing these things. I get a lot more play on the replay than on live, but I don't know, I just get a kick out of being live. Don't ask me why. It's just this. So I had other notes, and I have my phone over here because I had to pull up one. I don't want to interrupt this, what I have on my screen here. I had other notes. If you want to hear these things, then I'll talk about it next time. But I was going to do a comparison of the latest because of Android 12 beta that was sent out. You could test it, so there was features that are being highlighted. But of course, those things are subject to change, so I'm not going to talk about that. And the Samsung Mobile World Congress event, because it looks like the Active Watch 4 did leak out, and it's supposed to be Tizen powered, but they'll also be announcing Wear OS products at it, or maybe the future of wearables, whatever the heck it is. I am interested, but that's as far as I'll go, as I'll mention that. But I'm not going to cover it here, because the only thing that actually matters in all this is this: all things Windows 11. There's a lot more that was here in the announcement that I found very, very peculiar. So I want to dive right into this right now. let's get to it, shall we? And this is going to be the only topic. So this episode might actually be shorter than the other ones. I think they were clocking in an average of 30 minutes. Not the ones where we're writing to comments, but the tech talk specifically. So this is going to be considerably shorter. So there is a video in here that I will highlight. And seeing as I am recording the audio, you should be able to hear it this time, because I was having trouble with StreamYard to get the audio through. But this one should be getting the audio through. So let me react to this live as you're watching it. Or I'll probably just skip through it. I think a lot of it is just like, oh, look how flashy we are. And the evolution of that. Oh, I even have it on mute. It's all right. Then I'll just talk over it. Okay, so see, like I said, I'm treating it as live. Yeah, I get it. I haven't seen this video, by the way. So it looks like an updated... I see what they did there. Rounded corners, flat design, modern aesthetics. Okay, I like that. The taskbar, like everything being new. Oh, look, you can center align it. Pre-release product shown. Yeah, okay. The 10x user interface. I don't even know 10x is ever gonna see the light of day anyway. But they're bringing the interface out. I already talked about my thoughts on the center aligned. I guess start button thingy in the previous tech talk. So check that out. I want to reiterate it here. I guess a more powerful search, cleaner search. Look, I am digging what I see here. That's really cool. Themes. Okay. Have any of you ever themed your computer? I know I've done it once before. Okay, that's what I like. The Snap Assist tool, that makes it so much easier. I do this all the time. I think that's going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. What, is that a Windows 11 feature? To connect with one touch? Oh, yeah, Microsoft Teams. Oh, a thought just came into my mind. I'm going to save it until this thing's done. Personalized feed with widgets. Okay, I don't think that was in the leak, but okay, widgets. In other words, a la Android, which iOS ended up trying to adapt to. So now Windows wants it on the game, or on the fun. No wonder they said they got rid of live tiles. Okay, fine, at least widgets. I'll take that. Inking. Now that's going to want to make me get another Surface, because I do miss Surface for that very reason. Okay, I never used that many desktops. Maybe you have. That's not me. Auto HDR, Xbox Game Pass. Yeah. I'm not a gamer, so this doesn't apply to me. Even though my station where I am right now is an NVIDIA graphics GeForce card, whatever the heck it's called. Yeah. I use it for content creation, so I guess that's it. It helps. Welcome home. All right, so it wasn't on this one, but let me just highlight one very thing. Look at this screen. Look at this screen. Do you see one major Windows product that is not mentioned here? I made a video where I brought up that topic too. What the heck is up with Skype? What did you guys buy it for? It was like the forgotten email client. They didn't even bother bringing it up during the whole beginning of the lockdown. Everybody started jumping on Zoom. That was the prime opportunity to push Skype. Wow. Dude, you guys really don't care. It's like when Windows bought Nokia, man. Dude, there's no Skype here. They were just pushing Teams. That's just funny. It's such a neglected product. It sounds like BlackBerry with their BlackBerry Messenger. Yeah, you heard me. Speaking of which, I did see a video today, which is something I'm going to touch on, I guess, a little later. So I'll mention it now. I do watch Mr. Who's the Boss. I've known about him for a long time, but I recently started following his channel. And I've actually been enjoying some different tech things because I do like his fresh perspective on things. And the one he posted today, I think, was with respects to customer service. So calling different mobile device carriers, pretending that he has an issue with his blank screen, like the battery died, just trying to pitch that to each customer service to see how it goes. And he was rating the experience, like Xiaomi, Huawei, Apple, BlackBerry. I'm surprised he even had BlackBerry, but that experience was actually quite interesting because I remember that he called in and they would not let him get to the service reps. It was like kind of like a call screen without an IMEI. So without an IMEI, he wasn't able to get helped on his service needs. So I'm like, wow, man. I know that BlackBerry has like almost zero customer service now, but dude, that sucks. Unless they're treating it as a privilege, but yeah, that sucks. And I think Tech Odyssey even made a video complaining about where's the newest BlackBerry. I've been talking about that. I've been saying that don't expect that anytime soon. I'm the one who's been complaining about onward mobility and all that. I'm getting sidetracked here. Sorry, folks. Okay, get a fresh perspective. So here we go. Highlighting of the snapping. I do like this, like the 3 column thing, and I guess you can make the center one a wider column than the others, or maybe you could do more. I don't know if it's limited to all this, but that looks really cool. I'm excited about that because I have a 4K monitor on my other station. I'm so looking forward to using that. That's gonna be cool. New ways to connect. Like I said, there we go. They're pushing open Microsoft Teams. Where the heck is Skype? Your content curated to you. Whenever you hear anything that says curated to you, that's called machine learning. So how much AI is in here? Rob Braxman's probably like having a spasm right now, thinking, looking at this thing, like, oh my gosh, especially because what's a little later, because I did see the scrolling thing here. It's going to be interesting. And if I'm familiar with Rob Braxman, I'll bring him after all this. Okay, so I do like this. So they got rid of live tiles. I complained about it in the previous episode of Tech Talk, but that's because they're introducing widgets. Okay, I'm cool. You gave us widgets. I'll go with it. I guess this is supposed to replace timeline in a way. The timeline was something where you're able to, see the progress of your work on certain things. Okay, let's see. PC for all of us. Yeah, that's for that other stuff was for gaming. I'm not into gaming, but this should be interesting how it all plays out. I'm interested to see how it all works on Surface, most of all because of its inking capabilities. So yeah, find the right PC for you. Oh, I didn't see it here. Where is it? Did I miss it? Did they take it down? No. They had it here. Did they literally take it down? If you're curious to know what I'm talking about, that's why I have this open. Windows Central. Okay, they make Windows 11 official, but don't tell me they took it down too. Let me open another tab here. Yeah, there it is. Microsoft announces Windows 11 will be able to run Android apps, but why did Microsoft take it down from their homepage? So the Windows 11 is supposed to launch this fall. Microsoft didn't go into too much detail, but it's likely that Android apps on Windows 11 are powered on Microsoft's Windows subsystem for Linux too. These apps will be discoverable in the Microsoft Store. Yeah, see, this is a picture from Microsoft, but they took it out. I had it up before I refreshed to do this live stream, but yeah, it's not there, dude. How am I gonna get this picture now? Because I wanna highlight that picture. Okay, let me see. Yeah, you're getting a little tricky here, Microsoft. You guys took it down? Yeah, it's not there. Fresh perspective, maximize, connect, information curated to you. It was right here. Right here. It said Android apps and it was highlighting like TikTok and other stuff because, yeah, it did. Fascinating. So, yeah. Let me see. Windows 11 to run Android apps. See, it's already in one of the top Google searches. Let me look for the image, though. I want to blow up the image. This was the image I'm talking about that they somehow took it down. So this is like the Microsoft Store, but Android apps on your PC. And this is Android App Store. So is it like for those of us that come from the BlackBerry world, we know exactly what this experience is like because the ones that come from the Amazon App Store are not ones that are dependent on Google services. They're dependent on Amazon App Services. So does that mean that the Android apps coming over to Windows will be those that do not depend on Google services or that have been, I guess, patched to just run off Amazon's services? And you won't be able to run it without it. So in other words, you won't be able to sideload an app that's dependent on, say, Google Play services or some other service that it's tied to. Because I know for a fact that I have Dropbox on one of my Blackberries. It doesn't work on all of them for some reason, but I download it from the Amazon App Store. And I cannot sideload Dropbox to my other devices that for some reason it doesn't appear on the Amazon App Store for those devices. because it won't run. And every time I pull up the Dropbox app where it does run on my BlackBerry, it says making sure it's running off Amazon app service. So that's what I'm thinking is going on here. This must be the interesting bridge that we're trying to reach, because there was rumors that Windows Phone was supposed to be able to run Android apps at some point. That project was canceled, and then it was brought up to maybe Windows 10. I heard again it was canceled. And now we have this because they were also supposed to be able to run like Apple apps, like in a shell or something like that. But yeah, there we go. Amazon App Store. That's the details I needed to know, because that's my immediate reaction to all this. My assumptions, we'll see. Because as I can see here, all these apps they're highlighting, none of them are Google specific apps. You see what I mean? Ring is an Amazon service. Yahoo, it's its own thing. Spotify, yeah, that's basically owned by Microsoft. Wikipedia, that's available across even open source app stores. Disney Plus, that's not Google. Twitter, they're not Google either. So that's what I'm thinking. Android apps on your Windows devices right here, Amazon App Store. So that's my take on that with respects to it. Now let's get to what you need as a minimum to be able to run this system. And I'm going to have to open Windows Central again, yo. I'm sorry. Just pull it back up. Oops. I was typing something else. Central. Here we go. All right. You know what? I'll just do it from here. Okay, because they summarized it down here. All right, Windows 11 minimum system requirements: a modern 64-bit processor, 1 gigahertz clock speed, 2 core, 64 gigabyte drive, 4 gigabytes of RAM, the UEFI secure book capable, and TPM 2.0. I don't exactly know entirely what that one means. A 9-inch display with a resolution of at least 1366 by 768, and a DirectX 12 compatible graphics and WDDM2.x. The interesting part is what they say here on Windows Central. These minimum specification requirements mean that Windows 11 is the first version of Windows to be made available on 64-bit machines only. 32-bit versions of Windows is no longer offered. 32-bit apps are still supported on Windows 11, however, so there won't be any app compatibility issues. Leads me to believe, I think this was with respects to 10X. They were talking about that PowerShell might have been like that, but wasn't it the opposite though? Wasn't that going to be like 32-bit only? Whatever. The point is, 32-bit, you're SOL. But what I find interesting in all of this is this right here. The 4 gigabytes of RAM minimum to run Windows 11, I think that's pretty cool, because it's lower spec machines that are 64-bit, because I know I have one. It should be able to run this all the way back from Windows 7. It should be able to run this. Right now it's running Windows 10 fluidly, and it has 4 gigabytes of RAM. So that means it should be upgradable to Windows 11, which should be made available for free upgrade in the fall. The thing though is, how is Android going to run on this? Because I had a 4 gigabyte machine where I installed, what was that? It was like an Android desktop system that was bought out. Oh my goodness, they don't exist by that name anymore because they were bought out. Man, you guys remember like BlueStacks, something like that, where you can run Android on its own, its own shell on your Windows computer. This was not it. I dual booted a computer to dual boot into an Android environment altogether. That's not, I think it was like Revu or whatever. It was meant for like lower spec computers to give it more life when it couldn't run Windows 10. But that one ran Android, okay for the most part. But man, my Note has like at least 8 gigabytes of RAM to be able to run Android fluently. How's it going to do with 4 gigabytes of RAM on today's modern device applications that require at least Android 6 or 7, depending on which app you're using? So yeah, those are my questions there. It's available free upgrade this fall for those that have Windows 10, Windows Hello. So yeah, that's that right there. Let me take a look. Oh, look at this. Let me get this picture enlarged. So you'll be able to do like a translucent or transparent start menu. Is that what we're calling it now? We're still calling it start menu. I'm just not used to seeing that's the Windows start button right there in the center. It just looks so off. So off. But yeah, Okay, so all right, that's it for Windows 11 stuff. Let me talk to you guys about some of my favorite influencers, I guess, because I'm not gonna talk about the other tech stuff. So I will talk about which tech sites I follow, and then talk to you about um, my tech influencers. So first off and foremost, obviously Windows Central. You see me pull a lot of information from here. There's a reason for that, and also Pocket Now. I feel they're the most neutral of the bunch when it comes to all this. I know there's The Verge, TechCrunch, and all those guys. I don't like them. A lot of them tend to have like left-leaning spin on other things that have nothing to do with tech. I'm like, what are you guys even doing here? Ah, I was right. Look at this. Microsoft brings Android apps to Windows 11 through Amazon. Hey, yeah, I'm in this. Microsoft rips a page from Apple with Teams on Windows 11. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of stuff being mentioned here. Windows 11 brings Mac OS mission control to PC. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was. I really felt this was a very Mac OS like thing. I didn't pull up back now today. I was busy with meetings. So, yeah, a lot of stuff here. I like the quick hot takes. Some of these guys are some of the funniest posted. I don't want to bring up that post, but I'm just chuckling remembering it right now. Let's see. Okay, so this is one of those that I do turn to. And if you don't like the whole reading things, then I'll get to which YouTube influencer channels that I follow on YouTube. But the other one, of course, Crackberry. There just hasn't been much of any news here. So the last thing they talked about was regarding that Unihertz Pocket thing that I covered too. But that's about it. Unfortunately, it's been very dry news for BlackBerry here. If there was going to be anything from Onward Mobility, this was going to be the place they would drop it, not on their own so-called blog, because technically this is the place where it gets the biggest signal boost for anything BlackBerry related. But I haven't seen Blaze update anything here. So the whole, they call themselves Mobile Nation still. Let me see the bottom of this thing. I knew them when they were all individual and they all came together and became like this all-encompassing thing. Oh, now it's like an infinite thread. I can't get to the bottom because they would have the list of everything down there, or maybe they put on the sidebar here. Yeah, kind of. Now it's just iMore, Windows Central, Android Central, Thrifter, Techno Buffalo. Oh, Techno Buffalo joined in, huh? Techno Buffalo. That's John Rittinger, and Mr. Mobile. So yeah, John Rittinger. John Rittinger left Techno Buffalo. He's doing his own thing. That's right. So I guess Techno Buffalo's over here now. And he used to have like WebOS and other things, but now it's just, oh yeah, what happened to wearables? That's gone too. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, so with respects to other tech sites that I follow, there aren't anymore. These are the main ones that I follow. When it comes to anything BlackBerry, when it comes to anything industry wide, that's Pocket Now. And when it comes to Windows stuff, I go to Windows Central. They're the authority basically on that. They're all but a Microsoft company. I don't care to go for any like Apple specific things. I'll either go to apple.com for that if I have to. I'm not into using Apple products, despite the fact that I have an Apple Watch. All I care about is what they're putting on the watch, not the phone, not the Mac OSs. I don't care about silicon chip, despite the fact that that just could have a better impact across the industry to basically streamline certain processes better, to keep more things in house. I know what it's like when it comes to construction and all this stuff, so I know what it's like. But other than that, I don't really care. I'm not an Apple guy, never have been, even though I had people complain that I'm just an Apple fanboy. Yeah, obviously you guys haven't followed my channel. Anyone claiming that obviously doesn't know me very well. So in all this, when it comes to any BlackBerry news, just really Crackberry, like I said. So that's that. But when it comes to YouTube, let me see if I could pull up my YouTube channel here, just to skip all the other stuff. Okay, from studio to my channel. Gonna pause it there. I guess my subscriptions are right there, but that's not exactly what I was looking for. Fine, over here, there should be a list of influencers. Mr. Who's the Boss, I just mentioned him. I recently started following him. Mr. Mobile, one of my biggest influencers. He's actually the one that convinced me to not be afraid to fire up the camera and go for it. We've had some exchanges in the past. That's about it, though. And then he became a lot bigger as Mr. Mobile. This is back in the days when he's still in Pocket Now. Anyway, Dave 2D, I'm on and off with him. I feel like he and I are very similar in our approaches, but yeah, I'm on and off. Nothing really else to say about that. Rob Braxman, Tech. So now this is where it all comes together. So with respects to Mr. Who's the Bot, I think I mentioned that the whole BlackBerry thing, customer service was basically non-existent, so they didn't care. And the reason I brought up Rob Braxman is because with Android apps now being available, well, will be available for Windows 11 officially. How much more does that mean information will be leached from our systems to send to these third-party services? Because in the screen grab, I saw TikTok. That was one of the biggest concerns for privacy, wasn't it? Well, it was basically banned. Or limited in the United States, whatever, but now they're official because of change in administration, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, there we go. The other one would be Pocket Now when it comes to channels because Jaime Rivera from Pocket Now, yeah, you kind of have to say his name like three times in a row. Kind of like his name. Oh, my goodness. I just blew that quote. Never mind. So anyway, Pocket Now, you probably know what I'm talking about. Pocket Now, that's where I get some. If you can't read the news on the website, Jaime Rivera will read it to you, kind of slow, so you can always speed it up. Joshua Vergara, who's been handling podcast duties over at Pocket Now. He comes from the world of Android Authority. Android Authority used to be one that I follow, but not anymore. And when he left, when Joshua Vergara left and became his own thing, Tech to T, something like that. So I follow him, an influencer, Windows Central, of course, but they don't really post as much the stuff that I'm looking for. Crackberry, because I have to, I have a connection there. And recently, the Unlocker, just because I like his style. I haven't been following him long, so the Unlocker and Mr. Who's the Boss are the latest ones that I follow. But the ones that I've been following the longest, that would definitely be Mr. Mobile. Before that, he was on Pocket Now. So I guess you could say Pocket Now and Crackberry are the oldest ones that had the impact in my life when it comes to tech. So anyway, I think I ranted and raved about some of these a little too long now. Remember to check out my stuff at www.thinkersegovia.com. For those of you that are watching the replay, this stuff tends to be live. This tech talk tends to be live every... Oh, look at this. What happened to my database? Ooh, live on the air. What is happening here? I better check this out with my hosting provider. It was working right now. What happened? Am I being hacked? Is someone attacking? No, there we go. Okay, nothing else to see there. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up here and just say you could tune in live. I tend to post these things in advance to let you know when it's gonna premiere. But last week and this week were completely off schedule. Either way, I was intending to do this every 2 weeks. But it looks like I'm going to keep this to a regular on Thursdays. I'm still finding my footing, though, when it comes to timing. So I hope to time this a little better. And if you have any, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, if you have any preferences for time on Pacific Standard Time, so you can chime in the comments down below to give me some feedback, and I'll see what I can do about that. Other than that, for you, all of you watching on other platforms on the replay, then thank you. You can continue chiming into the comments there. I'll check it every time that I can. I don't get the notifications of comments like I do on YouTube, but I try my best to at least follow up. That's it. Stay tuned for a big episode on Monday, depending on when you're watching this. Monday, June 28th. Big episode. Big episode for the main show. Yeah. Stay tuned for that one. That's the end of the teaser. All right. Have a good one and have a good weekend. See you in the next one.